Today, the honorable members, there's no electricity on my side. I did a hotspot. I'm just hoping that we are not going to be having any issues along the lesson. So now that we are live, I do welcome you to my lesson for today, where mathematics is what we are going to be doing in this lesson. So very quickly, let me prepare to share my screen, and then from there, we are going to be starting with our lesson for today. Okay, let me blank page there, and then from there, I will share my screen. So in today's lesson, honorable members, we're just going to extend the lesson from what you guys already know regarding calculations related to the distance, midpoint, and the gradient. So I'm now ready to share my screen. In just a second, you should be able to see my screen. I believe all of you guys are now able to see my screen. So analytical geometry, it's a topic that we are still busy with. Let me write there and say analytical Yes, analytical geometry, it's a topic that we're still busy with. But in today's lesson, I would like for us to look at a very important calculation, which is determining the equation of a straight line. So this is what happens, honorable members. When you have a straight line, remember, in this topic of analytical geometry, I said it is two things that you need. So you've got a point there, you've got a point there, connected by a straight line. So that straight line, it can be represented in a form of an equation or in a form of a formula. To say the formula for that line is as follows. So what I'm going to be teaching in today's lesson is to determine an equation of a straight line. So with this being a point, being point A, let's say having the coordinates 2 and 2. And then we have point B having the coordinates, let us say 6 and 6. It could be any other points, honorable members. I just chose those 2 points for the purpose of explaining. So the general equation of a straight line, it looks like this. Y equals 2 small letter m x plus c. So always when you determine an equation of a straight line, you just want to remain with x and y on that equation. So that means you must determine m, and you must also determine or find c. You already know what m is. M is your gradient. The gradient, that is your y2 minus your y1 divided by x2 minus x1. That's how you find the value of m for that line, because you'll be using the coordinates or the point of that line. And then when it comes to C, it's a constant. Constant means just a number which is not attached to a letter, because you can see it is that M which is attached to letter X, but that C value is just a number, which could be a positive or a negative number. And I will show you how you find that C. But for now, let me show you how you determine your gradient for that line. So that means we can regard this as our x2, y2, x1, y1. So that means I've got 6 minus 2 over 6 minus 2, which is equals to 4 over 4, which is equals to 1. So that means I now have y equals 2, it will be invisible 1 multiplying x plus c. Then you just need to say add, you choose any point that you like between those 2 points. One can choose point A, another can use point B. You will get the same answer. So I always use an easy point. An easy point is the one that has positive values. Positive x, positive y. But in this case, both are easy points. I'll just use the one with smaller values. Why do we have to choose a point? It's so that we can calculate the C value. Remember, this is your x, this is your y. So that means where you see x, you'll put 2. Where you see y, you'll put 2. Then you will solve for C, which means you have 2, which is equals to that invisible 1 into 2 plus C. You take this to the other side. It's like you have 2 minus 2, which is equals to C. Then C is equals to 0. So now it means your equation is y equals that 1x plus 0, of which in simple terms, this is the same as y is equals to invisible 1x. No need to write the 0. So that's how you would determine an equation of that straight line. I'm going to give another example with different values. But for now, I just want to check. Did you guys see what I've done? Did you all understand? Or is there anyone who's got some questions based on what I've done? Any questions? Katleho Andrew, Atli Kokejo, Mangliso Nyeki, Ompiles Tabile, and Achianero. Any questions for me, honorable members?
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
No questions. Okay. Then it's fine. Let me do another example so that we will see if you guys will have some questions for me. Okay. I will just underline that. Okay, then it's fine. Let's say now we have this line. And then we've got a point there, let's say A, B, C, D, E. This is point E. Let's say it has the coordinates of 2 and 3. E, F, and then we have point F. There, having the coordinates, if X is 2, maybe there being 4, and then that being there, let's say 6. Yes. So we now need to determine an equation of line EF. The question will say determine an equation of line EF. Because line EF, it is a straight line. You can see it's a straight line, even though it's at an angle, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's a straight line. So we just know that the format has to be like this. Y is equals to mx plus c. You will always start with m to say, okay, my m being the gradient, the formula says y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which means you will need to decide which one is your x1, which one is your x2, y1, y2. So how I decide? It is based on the letters. Between letter E and letter F, which letter comes first is letter E. So that means this is my x1, this is my y1, x2, y2. So now what I'm going to do, it is to substitute there and say y2 is 6 minus y1, which is 3 over x2 is 4 minus x1 is 2, which is 3 over 2. Someone please remember to mute your mic so that we are not disturbed by the background noise. Someone please remember to mute your mic. So that means now we have y, which is equals to 3 over 2x plus c. Then you will say add, then you choose a point. Which point are you going to choose? The easy point. Okay, both of them are easy because all the x and y are positive values. Then let me choose that one with small values, which is point E, having the coordinates of 2 and 3. So that means where I see x, I will put 2. Where I see y, I will put 3. Then it will become 3, which is equals to 3 over 2 into 2 plus c. So can you see now? That will cancel with that. And then it's like you have 3 that you need to take to the other side. That is equals to c. So that means your c ends up being equals to 0. Therefore, the equation of that line, it is y equals to, the gradient, we got it to be 3 over 2x, and then our c, we got it to be 0. So that means finally, our equation of that straight line is this. If you got your c to be 2, as an example, then it means your equation is going to be y equals 3 over 2 plus 2. That will be the end of it. If it was negative 3, then it means your c was going to be there as minus 4. So this is just an example depending on you getting a different c value. So now I am going to do the last example, of which after doing this example, then I will give you guys a few problems to do, then we might need to look into how these questions are asked in an exam paper. Again, any questions on that one, honorable members? Is there anyone who's got a question?
No questions, sir.
No, sir.
No questions. Okay.
No
Then
questions.
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So just do a more of a realistic problem that you might need to expect in exam. So you will be given, let's say, a Cartesian plane there. You know, it has the x and y axis, that being the origin. They can just draw something of that nature. Where we've got that point, let's say it's point A, having the coordinates -3 and then 3. Let's say that one is point B. Point B having, let's say, 2 and -4. And then point C there having, let's say, 6 and then 3. Yes. And then the question says, find or determine equation of, they will say line AB in the form y equals mx plus c. So I want you guys to just pay a very close attention to what I'm going to be doing, because you will then do the question that I'm going to give after this one. So, okay, we know that the formula has to be like this. Y is equals to mx, that you plus it by c. And then we are looking at those 2 points being point A and B. So I will firstly have to start by finding m, where the formula says y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Let's now substitute y2, because it's a negative value, I will say -4. These are my y2, x2, x1, y1. Always when a value is negative and you are substituting it, put it inside the brackets, always. So my y2 minus my y1, which is a +3, divided by my x2 is +2 minus your x1, it's a negative. So that's why I put it inside the brackets. You will never go wrong. Then now it becomes easier, because the numerator you have -7, and then the denominator you have a +5. So this thing, it is still the same even you say negative over that, meaning -7/5. It is still the same thing. So now that I've calculated my m, I can go ahead and substitute it. Then say I have -7/5 x plus C. Then I'll say add. I will need to choose a point between those two. It looks like there's no easy point because in each point there's a negative coordinate. So maybe it might be easier for me to just choose which point. Maybe let me use point B. You can still use point A, it's fine. So point B, it is 2 and -4. So I don't have a specific reason why I chose point B, because both of those points, it's not like one of them is easier. In each coordinate, you've got a negative value. So that means where I see y, I will put -4. I have -7/5. Where I see x, I put 2 plus c. So now you just need to solve for c. You can say -4. You can take this to the other side and then it changes the sign. It becomes 7/5 multiplied by 2, and that should be equals to C. Then you can punch all of that on your calculator and you will know what the value of C is. So let me quickly punch it. That means I will say calculator. And if I still remember, it's -4 that I plus it with 7/5, and then on the side I've got 2, if I remember. Then it gives -1,2. So we don't deal with decimals in this case of determining an equation. You must convert it to a fraction. Then it gives you -6/5. So that means C is equals to -6/5. Then it means your equation is y equals your gradient, which is -7/5x, and then you have your c being -6/5. This is the end of it. That is the equation of that line. Any questions, honorable members, or did you see what I was doing there? Did it make sense to everyone? Ningzwile nonke.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm only getting 2 yeses. Other honorable members, are you okay there? Did you all
Sir,
understand?
sir,
Yes.
sir, I wanted to ask if C is negative, like in this question, sir, then we don't say plus -6/5, we just say -6/5.
Yeah, so you can never have two signs. For example, you can't have 2 plus -4. It's either you say 2 plus 4 or you say 2 minus 4. I'm just giving an example there, the Manyakis, if you
Yes,
get
sir.
my point. Okay. Then it's fine. I am therefore going to give you a question to do. So my question will therefore be, now I want you guys to determine or to find the line of BC. The line of BC. So this one, honorable members, as you work it out, make sure to write with a ball pen. It could be a black pen or a blue pen. Don't write with a pencil. Write with a pen. Write clearly, neatly, and you take a photo. You will send it to me via WhatsApp inbox while we are still live. Then I will check it. The first few to submit, I will check those, and then from there, we do the corrections. If there's still time, we will then check how exam questions are asked. Then on our next lesson, we will do exam questions. I'm now able to determine what is it, the distance, midpoint, and the gradient. So now we are doing the most difficult part of this topic. So let's see, guys. Did you get my question? Did you see what I want you guys to determine? The
Yes, sir.
equation of line BC.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then it's fine. I'm just going to mute myself in the meantime, and then you guys work on it. As you submit, I'll just be checking. Okay, I received few submissions. Other honorable members, how far are you? Are you still working on it, or have you given up? Is it difficult? What's the situation on your side? Okay, there's another submission. Let me check. You just need to make sure that I don't start with the corrections while you're still working on it, because you won't have a first. Okay. Okay, let me check this one. Then after this one, we continue. No, it's already wrong. We do not deal with decimal. The moment you write a decimal, just know it's wrong. You must convert it to a fraction. Let me just respond on this one. Say, okay. Now we can continue. So, what is it? I'll just give you the final answer, what it should be. It's just a few of you guys who got it correct. Okay, let me check this one. Let's see. Okay, we're going to that. Let's see, let me check. Let's see, which is that. No. When you take something to the other side, it must change a sign. This is the second one. This is the second one. And again, you see, it has to be y is equal to 7 over 4x plus or minus the c value. Okay, the final answer should look like this. What I'm saying, guys, you see this thing of mine here, it is a negative number. When you take it to the other side, it changes, it becomes positive. On all of them that I was doing, when you take it to the other side, it changes the sign. It can't be the same. You see, here is positive. When you take it to the other side, it changes the sign, it becomes negative. That's what we do in mathematics. You must never see yourself taking something to the other side and it goes to the other side with the same sign. That you should know from grade 8. Okay. I think I said I want to say the final answer should be y equals, it's 7 over, what did you guys get? Let me see. I'll just check the correct one. Okay, there's another one. Okay, this one is wrong because even though the C value, I mean the M, the gradient, so someone got the gradient as M is equals to -7 over -4, and they leave it as that. I don't know, but this thing, negative cancels with negative, then it becomes 7 over 4. You don't continue. It's like you have -4 over -2. This thing is the same as, that cancels with that. It's 4 over 2 is the same as 2. But let me go to the right one and tell you what the final answer should be. Maybe this one, they've done it correctly. Yes, this one has done it correctly. So the answer should be 7 over 4. You must say x. Someone did not write x there. They just say 7 over 4. And then they give the other answer. And then it must be -15 over 2. I think, yes, this is what you guys got. You see, goes to the other side, it changes the sign, and then it's a fraction is that. Another one writes decimals. Guys, I just said we don't write it in decimals. We don't want decimals. The moment you put decimals, just know it's wrong. What else did I want to say? I wanted to say the other one says y is equals 2. For example, if their gradient, they found it to be 2, they just write 2. And then if their c was 3, they just say +3. It can't be. Your equation must have y and x. The moment it does not have y and x, is wrong, because this thing is the same as that plus that, which is 5. Yeah, which is not correct. Okay, based on your submissions, at least I was able to notice what mistakes you guys could potentially do. But were you guys listening? Did you learn from each other's mistakes? Did you guys hear what I was commenting on? Guys, did you hear what I was commenting on?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then it's fine. Let's try and have a look at some exam questions which may involve, no, not that one. We will need second paper. And let's see. Okay, on this one, they did not say find the equation of whatever. Okay, let me check a different. Okay, no, then it's fine. Guys, can you determine the equation of line RQ? Let me do this. So I see this question. They did not want you guys to determine an equation of a line, so I'll create that question. There is usually given 3 marks. So 3.7, I'll say find equation of line RQ and 3 marks. So you do the same, honorable members. You do the same. So when I say you do the same, you work it out and then you send it to me via a WhatsApp inbox. You will just have 7 minutes, meaning at 19:55, I'm going to start commenting on what the final answer should be. And I'll just look at the steps that you've done and I will be able to know if you've done it correctly or wrong. Guys, did you get the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then it's fine. You can take your time to work on it. Okay, guys, it looks like this one you were able to nicely work it out. A very good indication that you guys did understand today's lesson. So yes, all that you submitted is correct. Some of you guys did not complete. It's not done until you write your final answer in this format. If your final answer ends with C, it's equals to, just know you did not answer the question, because we want an equation, not you saying M is equals to 1/2 and then you say C is equals to 3. So that is 3 there. That should be 3 there. You saying C is equals to 3. If you end there, you are not done. You won't get full marks. And then for me, I'll just say it's wrong because you did not answer the question. So this should be the final answer, honorable members. With that being said, it concludes our lesson for today. On our next lesson, we will just be doing exam questions, and then I will add something new that we will look into. Guys, until we meet again, I'm running away to prepare for the next lesson.